Austrália. Número 1, Jackson. 2, Brown. 4, Evan. 5, Owen. Número 7, Cooper. Número 7, número 8, Mitchell. Número 9, Bob. Número 8, Buck. Número 9, Jonathan. Número 12, Alexander. Número 14, Rick. E o treinador vamos para a apresentação da equipe da Alemanha. Número 4, Coleman. Número 5, neste momento, pedimos que todas as pessoas presentes se coloquem em posição de respeito para o hino nacional da Austrália. Vamos agora para a execução do hino nacional da Alemanha.
Welcome everybody to the Paralympico Sports Hall here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And it is semi-final action. The road to gold for Germany, Australia began against each other on the opening day. And today here in South America's largest city, that road to gold will end for one of these two teams. It's sure to be box office basketball here on the continent of South America for the under-23 IWBF World Championships. Thank you so very, very much for joining us. They're all having fun, from the mascots to the wallabies. There are the Australian fans in your picture. They believe and they dare to dream for a place in the final, but they have to get past the mighty Germany, 6-0 in this World Championship thus far. They have been unstoppable en route to the last four, but will the road end for them, or will it continue to tomorrow's gold medal game? Hello everyone, John Hobbs on hand here at the Paralympico Sports Complex, the Paralympic Training Center here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. There are our three officials from Argentina, Japan and Greece. Dimitrios Zalis of Greece, Shinsuko Nakanaido of Japan, and Christian Colombati of Argentina. Starting fives for these two teams, starting with the Aussie spinners, Jaylen Brown, Ethan Laird, Mitchell Bond, Jordan Moritz and Alexander Blackmore. Of course, Mitchell Bond with the game winner on the buzzer in the quarterfinal win against Italy. Australia were down 5 with 2 minutes to play, and then a heroic last minute and 58 secured a place in the semi-finals. For Germany, they'll be starting with Jakob Kromer, Solon Siebold, Alexander Kaiser, Julian Lammering and Maxi Lammering. They defeated the reigning world champions, knocking them off their porch in the quarterfinals, and now here they are and on the attack. First possession, and the first offense blows the first whistle. Certainly likely to be a much different encounter to the one we saw on the opening day. Of course, Germany coming out on top, 65-38. Next door on court number 2. Seven days removed from the opening day. Here we are across the way on court number 1. And these two incredible nations fighting for a spot in the final tomorrow. Germany, though, off the board first, a single point. Here is Bond. Bond puts it off the glass. That's way too strong. And it's picked up and rebounded by Julian Lammering. Maxi Lammering. Kaiser. Lovely crisp passing inside, and Jakob Kromer with the finish, leading the team in 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals thus far. Had 24 points in the quarterfinal win against Japan, as Ethan Laird with the finish inside. Maxi Lammering. Kaiser. Julian Lammering. Again, patient passing, simple yet effective, and the finish inside, or the finish along the baseline by Julian Lammering. He had 19 points, 10 boards, a double-double in the win against Japan yesterday. Had 20 points, 9 boards against Australia as well in the opening group phase. Jaylen Brown with a lot to prove here in this semi-final. He struggled against the Germans on opening day. Bond passed to Moritz. Moritz with the finish. Again, not panicking, getting to their spot. And the Aussie spinners with 4 points in the opening 2 minutes. But Germany up 1. Maxi Lammering to Julian Lammering over Brown, does a victory lap and goes. And a quick whistle gone. Alexander Blackmore wanting a unsportsmanlike, and the referee's not interested in that. Jalen Brown, who shot 3 of 15, only had 7 points on the opening day against Germany, but has exploded out of the blocks since. Here is Bond, who had the game winner yesterday. An incredible performance from him, but he turns it over. Maxi Lammering now is all alone, waits for his brothers in arms. There inside is Kaiser, excuse me, that's Kromer, and he puts it in. On Seabolt just on the floor. Patient play from Germany, and the finish inside from Jakob Kromer. Of course, the second semi-final will tip off later on this evening between Great Britain and Turkey. Ethan Laird on the ball. Gives it up to Brown. 9 on the shot clock for the Spinners. Here is Laird. Laird loses the ball, and he is bumped by Maxi Lammering. See here Laird looking for the pass. Got it, but then lost the ball. But he gets a let off, and Australia get the possession. Here is Moritz. Moritz still has the ball, hounded by Kaiser. Here is Brown, agonizingly falls out. Laird did very well to get that offensive rebound over 2 German players, Soren Seabold and Maxi Lammering, and a foul is called. Great hustle there from Ethan Laird, who had 16 points against Germany in the opening game in the group phase. Misses the first. Australia heavily reliant on the duo of Jalen Brown and Ethan Laird, but there's a great array of talent in this Aussie spinner side, especially with players like Mitchell Bond and Jordan Moritz. And Alexander Blackmore, a tenacious defender, and a steal there as Jalen Brown retrieves the pass, and here come Australia. Down 9-4, and a whistle has gone. Maxi Lammering on the floor. As we see the replay, Jalen Brown looking to push. And right there, Maxi Lammering hit the deck. Moritz. Jalen Brown. Ethan Laird. Laird with 5 to shoot. Laird a long 2, and that's short, and it's collected by Kromer. Averages 7 boards here in these World Championships. Julian Lammering. Here is Kaiser. Germany zipping the ball around the perimeter, and the shot no good with the shot clock winding down from Julian Lammering, and Australia will get the ball. Only Germany's second miss from the field thus far. Laird. And an offensive foul has been called away from the ball. As Germany gets their possession up and running, here is Lammering. Maxi Lammering on the ball. goes for three, but instead passes it off to Lammering. Julian Lammering couldn't get the shot inside, as Australia were expecting the three-pointer to be thrown up by Maxi Lammering. Seabolt gets his hand in the way. It'll be an Australia ball. And the decision has been overturned, and Germany will retrieve it instead. Coach Stibner's not happy with the call, as well as his coaching team, but Germany will get it. 5:16 remaining in the first. They're up 9-4 in our first semi-final. Seabolt drives to the basket. Germany still have it. The ball is loose. A scrappy offense, 2 to shoot. And Blackmore stretches for the rebound. It was a scrappy offense there from Germany. Jaylen Brown, Ethan Laird tries to put the moves on Julian Lammering and passes it instead to Jaylen Brown. 8 to shoot for Australia. Moritz driving to the basket. Instead, it's Kane Downing a 2. That misses everything. Shot clock has got to go. It's got to go up. And a shot clock violation, as that was an air ball, and Australia kept going like they thought they had a fresh shot clock. Maxi Lammering fires away, and it's rebounded by Ethan Laird. And Jaylen Brown can't hang on to that, and it'll be a Germany ball. Already Australia's 5th turnover in this contest. As both teams kind of going through a cold spell right now in this contest. Nearly 3 minutes without a score. Kaiser, and he can't change that. And a whistle has gone as Soron Seabolt is on the floor. But yeah, both teams certainly struggling in our first semi-final, especially in the first or in the last 3 minutes, as both teams have yet to register a point. Last score was from Jakob Kromer, a layup under the basket, with around 3 minutes played in this game. So Australia will get the ball. 4:04 remaining in a rather intense opening 6 minutes of play. Very scrappy, both teams feeling each other out, even though they've played each other once already in these World Championships. Moritz from the baseline, no good. Downing on the offensive glass. And Kane Downing with his first field goal. Here is Kaiser. Kaiser looks for Kromer. Kromer gets it over Brown. Here is Moritz, who actually has 4 points. He's had 2 field goals in this contest. Here is Laird. Laird to the basket. And agonizingly falls out. Brown on the follow. And that's Jaylen Brown's first field goal. 1 for 2 from the field. After that performance against Germany in the opening day, he's exploded out the blocks, averaging 23 points a game. The only Aussie to reach 100 points so far in these World Championships, and he gets a rebound. Ethan Laird is 13 points away from triple digits in points overall. Here is Brown, and a whistle has gone as Alexander Kaiser is on the floor. Alexander Kaiser, another stat sheet stuffer for this Germany team. Here is Brown. Kane Downing under the basket, and he puts it in. And it's a 1-point game. And it's enough for Coach Rickerts of Germany to call a timeout. Listen to the roar from the Australian fans. 11 to 10, 2:35 remaining in a very cagey first period thus far, but Australia certainly adjusting well now. There was a period in the game where both teams went ice cold from the floor. But after trailing by as many as 5, Australia have trimmed it to 1 with 2:35 remaining here in this contest. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to everyone watching us on the IWBF YouTube channel. Great to have you all on board here from Sao Paulo, Brazil, where it is Corpus Christi, a national holiday here in South America, or in Brazil. But the action not stopping for a national holiday as we look to crown a new world champion at under 23 level. Japan, the reigning champions, eliminated yesterday by Germany. We will have a new name on the trophy come tomorrow night. Will it be Germany or Australia? They will be in the final come tomorrow, one of these teams. Here is Alexander Kaiser. Kroma, 6 to shoot for Germany. Great patient play again, and the finish inside from Kroma. Kroma has 8 points on a flawless 4-for-4 shooting. Ethan Laird. Germany doing a good job of suffocating Jaylen Brown off the ball here. Moritz, he'll let fly. And that's off the back iron. Blackmore fighting with Kaiser for the ball, but Kaiser gets the win. 13 to 10 in favor of Germany. Maxi Lammering, a mid-range, puts it in, and a foul is called away from the ball. And Germany will have it. That was a first foul on Kane Downing away from the ball. Germany now out to a 5-point lead, looking to extend it further. Kroma in his favourite spot, heavily guarded, he gets the friendly roll. It's a 7-point lead for Germany early doors coming into the second period. 1:20 remaining in the first. Australia now with their backs against the wall. They need something to ignite them. That timeout doing Germany wonders. Laird, let's rip. Can't get it to fall, and Seabolt can't hang on, and Australia will keep it. Here is Brown. A minute to play in the first. Brown down Main Street, gives it up to Laird, too strong. Laird wants a foul, referee's not interested. And another foul for Australia. That's their third team foul. Germany with 4 fouls in their own right. Here is Julian Lammering, kicks it out to Maxi Lammering, over Brown, buries it. Germany in a groove. And Australia right now unable to match it. Laird, Downey puts it in. Great confidence boosting shot for Australia in the final 25 seconds of the first. Maxi Lammering, a long 2. No, it's no good. Laird with the rebound. As we enter the final 10 seconds of the first, Australia would like another score here. Laird. And it's a turnover for Australia away from the ball. Coach Stibner's really not happy with the call. And it's free throws for Germany. And Julian Lammering, a good chance for Australia to have at least got it down to 5 points, maybe even 4, but now instead Germany have the opportunity to extend their lead to as many as 10 going into the second quarter. The referees there just having a quick chat. 6 seconds to play. And Australia will get the ball. 6 seconds to play in the first period. Here is Laird. Laird lets fly from downtown, too strong, and that'll do it for the first period. Germany in control. They lead 20-12. Australia, of course, not out of this. It's a single-digit game, but Germany have certainly been the better side. Jakob Kromer unstoppable on 5 of 5 from the field. He has 10. Averaging 69% from the field in these World Championships. And the danger man has certainly been just that for the European giants. Julian Lammering has 6 points for Germany. Kane Downing leads the way with 6 for Australia. Jaylen Brown with only 2 field goal attempts in the first 10. He has been closely marked all game long when he's had the ball and off the ball. Ethan Laird struggling at 1 for 6 from the floor. He only has 2 points. He has 4 rebounds to his name, but Coach Stibner's with a lot to contemplate as he talks to his team. They need Brown and Laird, their dynamic duo, to get going here in the second period and really take it to Germany, who have had a knack of holding their opposition's best player all game long. They average 73 points a game in these World Championships. They only concede 43. That's the second best defense in these World Championships, behind the 38 points conceded by Great Britain a game. As the clock winds down, and we'll get set to start the second quarter momentarily in our first semi-final. One of these two teams will punch their ticket to tomorrow's gold medal game, the final here on court number 1, this very court. Germany so far in the driving seat. Kromer, and that's his first miss after 5 attempts. Brown lobs it to Laird. Laird, it's 1-on-2. And Laird will slow it down. Brown on the trailer. Brown puts it in. Only his second field goal. Six-point game, early doors in the second period. Maxi Lammering. Kaiser. Julian Lammering with 10 to shoot. Seabolt driving to the basket, and he gets it to go. Brown looking for help, finds Laird, 5 to shoot. Laird is in no man's land here. Laird puts up a 3 and somehow gets it to go. Ethan Laird with a prayer, and it was answered. Maxi Lammering gets it back from Kaiser. Ball is loose. will stay with Germany with 10 on the shot clock. Chance of defense from the Aussie spinner fans here in Sao Paulo. Lammering, back iron to 3. Cromer and Downey fight for it. Downey gets the win, and here come Australia. Brown has it, and he'll slow it. Brown, Moritz, met by Julian Lammering, who wildly passes it out. It's retrieved by Laird. 6 to shoot. Here is Moritz going to the basket. No good, and it's rebounded by Cromer. Maxi Lammering. Julian Lammering. Julian Lammering over Blackmore, grazes the rim. Ethan Laird. Jaylen Brown at the foul line over Kaiser, and in and out. Australia right now shooting 40% from the field and down 6. Julian Lammering nails it from the elbow. Julian Lammering, who made his senior debut for Germany at the World Championships in Dubai in 2022. And just his second game had 15 points, 9 boards against Egypt. So someone who has that senior international experience for Germany as Ethan Laird hits his 3rd field goal. Maxi Lammering thought about the shot, decides to pass it out. And the shot is good from Julian Lammering over Blackmore. Ethan Laird gliding to the basket, beautiful pass, and Brown electric to the basket. Great behind the back pass there from Ethan Laird, and Jaylen Brown so quick to the basket. You see it here. Going down Main Street, Ethan Laird, and then fooling all the German players. And Ethan Laird with a great pass, and Jaylen Brown exploding to the cup as Alexander Blackmore comes out of the game for Australia, and into the game for the first time, Evander Conroy. What a moment for him in these World Championships. He's got a few points on the board. He's doing his family proud. They're here in Sao Paulo. There's a fantastic social media interview with Evander Conroy and his family on the IWBF Instagram page as Julian Lammering nails an elbow shot and a foul. And the referee holding the fingers up of Jaylen Brown, and that's his 2nd foul of the game. Germany right now in the lead. They're up by 9. And this is the 2nd time they've had a 9-point lead in this contest. Australia yet to take the lead. As we saw in the quarterfinal, never count the Aussie spinners out. Laird a 3. That's off the back iron. Mitchell Bond and Laird were going for it. Germany come up with a loose ball. Here is Maxi Lammering. Great tracking back by Brown. Maxi Lammering. Julian Lammering gets it to go. And it's the first double-digit lead of the game for Germany. They are rampant, and Coach Stibners calls timeout. 5:15 to play in the half. And Australia here in this timeout, desperate not to have a second loss inflicted on them by the Germans. Australia coming into these semi-finals 4-2 here in Brazil. A 66-65 victory in what is arguably the game of the tournament against Italy. Jaylen Brown had 31 points, 13 rebounds in that contest. But it was all about Mitchell Bond along the baseline with that basket that dropped. They were down 5 with 2 to play. And grabbed the victory from the jaws of defeat. So never count the Aussie spinners out. They might be trailing by 11 against a Germany team that possessed the second best defense in this competition, but they will fight Australia. Don't count them out. Here is Laird entering the halfway point of the half. Laird is pass risky and picked up by Germany. Turnover number 6 for the spinners. Here is Julian Lammering. Maxi Lammering. Cromer lobs it to Julian Lammering. And Julian Lammering makes it look easy. Here is Laird. Brown. Brown somehow finds his way, slashes to the basket and scores. Just had that freedom of the land, guiding his way, dancing past 3 German defenders. Cromer deflected and a foul called, and the fans not happy with that on the Australian side. Foul is called on Mitchell Bond, and that'll be his second foul. Australia with 3 team fouls now here in this second period. Germany yet to get off the mark in the foul count. Here is Lammering, Maxi Lammering along the baseline. Again, he'll put it up. No, he won't. He'll pass it to Cromer. Defense was stoic there from Downey. And an offensive foul called just as Jaylen Brown was leading the charge. And Kane Downing, after getting that steal, gets the offensive foul. He's now on 3 fouls. Germany up 11. Maxi Lammering. Shot clock in single figures. Lammering can't get the 2 to go. And Laird tips it to Brown. And now the Germany players want a call. The ball went out of bounds, but nothing doing. Here is Laird. Brown has it. Brown and Laird combined for 7 of Australia's 11 field goals thus far. .328 remaining. Laird thought about the 3, was closed down by Julian Lammering. He'll chuck one up on the shot clock buzzer, and Cromer gets the rebound. Julian Lammering doesn't get that friendly roll, and good rebound there from Bond over Maxi Lammering. He was in a little bit of trouble. He's bailed out by Brown, who leads the charge. He's got Laird for company as well as Downing. Brown goes it alone. Jaylen Brown, exhilarating all tournament long, going to the basket. Something he didn't do or was unable to do in their opening game against the Germans, but he's making up for it here, but Australia need more. Kaiser. Julian Lammering nails a 2 from the baseline, and for every good spell Australia have, Germany respond emphatically. Laird putting the moves on Kaiser off balance, and the rebound taken by Maxi Lammering. Laird wants a foul. But here comes Germany in the ball. Here is Julian Lammering, too short, gets his own rebound. Again, can't get it. The ball is loose. It's picked up and put in by Kromer. Tenacious from Germany, not giving up on the possession. And the first set of second chance points scored for Germany, and it's forced Australia's hand with less than 2 minutes to play in the second period. Germany right there leading by double figures in our first semi-final. Great Britain and Turkey will be next up here on this very court. Great Britain, Turkey scheduled to tip off at 5:45 on this court local time. There are our three officials from Argentina, Japan and Greece. Christian Colombati, Shinsuko Nakaido and Demetrios Zales. Now both teams shooting at a reasonable clip right now, just around over 46% from the floor. Germany at 53. Coming up just as well as Great Britain took here in the second semi-final. We do have our second crossover for 5 to 8 coming up on court number 2 at 5:15. The United States taking on the hosts Brazil. That should be a fascinating encounter between the North American and South American giants. They know all about each other and they'll be fighting for 5th in these World Championships. Here is Kaiser slashing to the basket. Lammering a 2. Maxi Lammering right now with 6 points. Julian Lammering leads all scorers with 19. 1:20 to go in the half. Brown again to the basket, rejected by Kaiser and welcomed in by Kromer. Great defensive stop from Germany. Maxi Lammering. Lammering exploding to the basket. Good defense there from Blackmore. Lammering again, and Julian Lammering is unstoppable right now. He'll go to the line. He's 3 of 4 from the stripe so far. Averaging 17 points, 8 boards, 4 assists in this contest. He had 20 and 9 on the opening day. That was where Germany shot 47% from the field and 5 of 8 from the line, and right now they're 4 of 5 from the stripe. And Germany racing away, and another offensive rebound and the putback from Kromer. It's an 18-point game now, and Australia really struggling to match Germany's overall physicality under the hoop, and especially in the mid-range. Brown, Bond, this has got to drop, and it doesn't. Kaiser rebounds. Only his second rebound, Alex Kaiser. Julian Lammering to the basket. 20-point lead for Germany. They have outscored Australia 24-12 in this second half, second quarter. 3 is no good from Laird. It's loose. Laird chasing after it and retrieves it. Final seconds, and Brown misses the 3. And Germany at the summit at half-time. There is the replay. Great pass from Kromer. And Julian Lammering with great control, lays it up and in. We're at half-time here in our first semi-final, and it is all Germany right now. They lead 44-24, and we'll be back in 12 minutes' time. Welcome back, everyone, to the Paralympico Sports Facility here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And the starting five of Germany have played all 20 minutes and have dominated Australia in the first half. They lead 44-24. A 24-12 second period. Really doing the damage, particularly in the latter stages of that second period. As Julian Lammering has 22 points, leading all scorers for Germany right now. Jaylen Brown, 5 of 9 for 10 points, 6 rebounds, faring better than how he did in the opening game against the Germans, but Australia with it all to do. But the fans are not giving up hope. They've seen Australia come back from these sort of deficits before, and they need to pull out something here to start the third period. Hello everyone, John Hobbs. Great to have you on board as I will be guiding you through the action for the third and fourth quarter of our first semi-final, as the first finalist will be confirmed following the conclusion of this contest. Don't forget to get your comments coming. It's great to have you all on board. Don't forget to follow the IWBF on all social media platforms and follow our good friends, the local organising committee at the CBBC Brazil, who have put together an incredible competition full of great highlights, great memories that'll last a lifetime. As we get set for the third period, and Australia with it all to do. Bond puts it at 2. That's a good start for the Spinners. Lammering stops and gets the pop. So both teams off the mark in their first possessions in the third. Here is Brown, the roar from the Australian fans. Deafening here in Brazil. Swept wide by Brown, welcomed by Bond. Bond doesn't get the 2 to go. Kaiser, Germany have numbers as Blackmore is on the floor at the other side. And the 2 is good for Julian Lammering. Germany now with their biggest lead of the game. Brown will go for the long 2. That's short, and it's collected by Julian Lammering. Julian Lammering with his 5th rebound to go with 24 points. Maxi Lammering. Kaiser. Lammering from the elbow, puts it in. Maxi Lammering. He now moves on to 10. 5 of 9 from the field. He has 9 assists as well. 1 assist shy of a double-double. Laird to respond. That's a long 2. And it's off to the right. And it's rebounded by Kroma. Here is Maxi Lammering. And Lammering puts it in. And right now, Germany rampant. Brown. Australia need buckets. Brown doesn't get that one to go. It's rebounded by Seabolt. Here is Julian Lammering. Germany shooting 62% from the field. Kroma inside. Kroma doesn't get it to fall. And Germany not happy with the call. Foul is called on Maxi Lammering. And Australia with just the 1 field goal so far in this game. And Germany are out to an 8-0 run right now. Really flexing the muscles in this semi-final. Laird, good defense there from Seabolt. Laird puts it up and in. That was a high degree of difficulty from Ethan Laird, but he made it count. Laird moves on to 10. Kaiser. Julian Lammering puts it up, fading away. It's taken by Brown. 8 rebounds now for Jaylen Brown to go with 10 points. Shooting 5 of 11 from the floor, still has the ball, gliding his way to the basket and banks it home. Kroma. guarded heavily by Bond. Here is Maxi Lammering. Maxi Lammering sees a bit of daylight inside, and good defense there from Brown. A whistle gone. That'll be on Seabolt. Seabolt now picking up his second foul of this one. 22-point lead for Germany. But after an 8-0 run, Australia have countered with a couple of buckets in their own right, but they still need more of those. They need some stops as well as Brown. Offensive foul called on the Spinners as Ethan Laird with his second foul. Maxi Lammering on the ball. Blackmore to meet him. Here is Kaiser. Julian Lammering now being marked by Brown. Nearly stolen there by Blackmore. Here is Kaiser. Shot clock at 8. Maxi Lammering. And it's rebounded. And a miscommunication there between Moritz and Brown. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Germany will get another offense. Uncharacteristic there from Australia, and not a very good time with them trailing by 22. Maxi Lammering, 8 to shoot. Here is Kromer over 2 defenders, and he puts it down. Moritz and Laird were there for company, but Kromer just too strong. Jaylen Brown loses the ball, and Kromer says Dankeschön. Here is Maxi Lammering. Again, Germany just methodical offensively. That'll be off, but it's an offensive rebound by Kaiser. The ball is loose. Great play there from Bond. Brown picks it up. Laird is fouled at mid-court. It's an unsportsmanlike foul. Germany not happy with the call. The foul is on Julian Lammering. Only his first foul. 4:48 remaining. Germany coach Peter Rickert's not happy with the call. Referee's just going to have a chat, and they are going to review this call. As the referees have a look at the call here. And they are happy with the call. Germany not happy. Julian Lammering with the unsportsmanlike foul, so Australia will get free throws and possession, as Ethan Laird will head to the stripe. Ethan Laird, who had 19 points, 11 assists in the quarter-final epic against Italy. Was 6 of 21 from the field against the Germans in the opening group game, but he misses the first. And he gets the second. Averaged 14.7 boards and 8 assists at last year's Asia-Oceania Championships, and substitutions coming in for Australia as Laird will head to the bench, as well as Mitchell Bond, and Evander Conroy comes in, and Zach Binns, the two debutants to this Australian national side in these World Championships, come in. Here is Brown. Brown nearly lost the ball. And an offensive foul called, and a much-needed reprieve for Germany, and something that Australia really didn't need at this stage of the contest. Julian Lammering, Kromer, and Germany are just making Australia pay. for these unforced errors. And it's forced Australia's hand into a timeout. With 4:33 remaining in the third. And Germany outscoring Australia 12-7 in this third period. An 8-0 run early doors. Has lifted Germany to this point, and they can taste a spot in the final tomorrow. And if they do win, then it will be an all-European final. The second semi-final between Great Britain and Turkey will be incoming. The Great Britain players watching on behind the basket to where Germany is shooting. Great Britain and Germany, the only two European nations to have won this prestigious Under-23 World Championship. Great Britain looking for their second gold medal. They will join the USA and Canada if they do that, but they need to get past a strong Turkey side later on. Brown looking for help, finds Binns. Here is Moritz, and he knocks it down. Jordan Moritz off the window. Maxi Lammering. Lammering fires away and strings one. Jaylen Brown on the ball. Played at the Paralympics with the Aussies in Paris last year. Blocked by Kaiser as Moritz was going for the shot. Here is Julian Lammering. 3-on-2. It's the Lammerings against the Aussies. Kromer to support. Biggest lead of the game, and it goes for Germany, who have led from start to finish. Right now, Brown, Binns, getting Seabolt in a spin. Good defense from Kromer. Australia still have it. Brown can now collect. 3 on the shot clock. Again, good defense from Germany, and away come the European giants, and a technical foul is called. And the foul is called on Jaylen Brown. And that's his 4th foul as well. Things going from bad to worse for the Spinners, as Germany will get freebies at the line here. Julian Lammering misses the free throw. He has 24 points. Maximilian Lammering has a double-double of 14 points, 10 assists. And he will come out of the game. Dominic Langer checks in. The first substitution for Germany in this game. The starting 5 have been dominant as they look for a spot in the final. Kromer inside, that won't count. And a 3-second violation on Jakob Kromer. 3rd turnover for Germany in this game, shooting 59% from the floor. You really can't compete with that at the moment, can you? Here is Binns. Brown. 2:30 remaining in the third. Brown still has it. Kromer for company. 5 to shoot for Jaylen Brown. Puts one up, knocks one down. Brown has 14. Still has 9 rebounds. He hasn't actually secured a rebound in this third period. Kroma. Lammering. Again, the friendly roll. And Germany have had that sort of luck in this game. A little press defense here on Brown, and he goes out of bounds. It will stay with Australia. And a foul called on Jakob Kroma. Jakob Kroma with just his first foul of this game. Only Maxi Lammering in any sort of foul trouble for Germany. He has 3 fouls. And Germany with 1:50 remaining in the third, over the limit now. Here in the third, here comes Brown. Brown attacking over Langer. Good defense from Langer as Jordan Moritz on the floor. Jordan Moritz, a native of Perth, the only Australian from Perth, plays his basketball. In fact, just finished his second season with the Perth Wheelcats, as well as Cooper Spillane as well, who plays his basketball in Perth. He's an Adelaide native. Here is Kroma. Julian Lammering, catch and shoot, money. .116 remaining. And we have nearly an identical score to the one we saw in the opening group phase, but we've still got another quarter to play. Moritz, he can't answer. It's rebounded by Siebold. Just his third rebound, Soren Siebold. Man who does all the dirty work and does all the intangibles for this Germany squad. Lammering, and he knocks it down. Everything Germany throw up, it just turns to gold. Will they be playing for gold, though, come tomorrow evening? Bins. 30 seconds left in this third period. Brown with 7 to shoot. Brown launches a 3. And it just falls out and rebounded by Julian Lammering. That's 6 rebounds for Lammering. Shot clock is off. Lammering just stops at the elbow in a rare miss for Germany, but he gets his own rebound. And we have a clash of chairs, and Jaylen Brown's wheel just coming loose, and he'll get that replaced quickly. Six seconds to play in the third, 66 to 35. And Germany, after leading by 8, after 1, accelerated away in the second quarter, and they really have put some more distance here in the third as the shot clock, the game clock winds down. That'll end the third. Germany in the ascendancy, up 31. Germany absolutely outstanding. Jakob Kroma, who coming into this was shooting 69% from the field, is 10 of 13 from the floor. He has 9 rebounds and 20 points. 4 German players have played all 30 minutes right now. And you've got to believe Peter Rickerts will start to rotate the bench a bit more frequently now in the fourth period. And that's the beauty of this Germany team. They have so many weapons on the bench. And we haven't even mentioned the fact that Sean Pla, one of the deadliest mid-range shooters for Germany in these World Championships, has still yet to see a minute of play. He averages 8 points, 3 assists, 3 boards off the bench, but is still yet to see any court time right now. But for Australia, they have really struggled to find any sort of momentum. They've had a few spurts, but they've been shut out by this Germany side. They're shooting 36% from the field. 0 of 9 from downtown. Both teams actually are combined 0 of 11 from beyond the arc. But the most important thing is what you see on the bottom left-hand side. It's the scoreline. And Germany leads 66-35. We welcome everyone. I hope you're enjoying the action on the IWBF YouTube channel. As we get set for the final period in our first semi-final. And Germany well on their way to making this an all-European final. GB and Turkey in the other semi-final. That'll be later on. Seabolt under the hoop. Second field goal for Soron Seabolt. Doesn't take many shots. As said, he does all the intangibles, does the dirty work. 2 of 2 from the field for the green-haired hard worker. Here is Binns. He'll launch a 3. That's 0 of 10 now from downtown for Australia. And into the game for the first time, it is Sean Pla, to a rousing ovation from the Israel players as well, which is great to see. Sean Pla seeing his first minutes, a great player off the bench. Here is Kaiser, 4 to shoot. Kaiser over Moritz. Mitchell Bond, he'll launch a 3, and that grazes the rim, and it's welcomed in by Seabolt. Germany pushing, Kromer attacking, Langer the touch pass, beautiful from Germany, and the finish from Kromer. 22 for Jakob Kromer. Binns, 72-35. Moritz, Blackmore with the help side. Moritz lobs it to Higgins. Bond, Binns, gotta shoot this. Shot clock at 1, Moritz just about gets it up. And Langer, well, Blackmore is fighting with it as well. And Alexander Blackmore, great hustle from the young man. And substitutions now again for Germany as Sean Joel Schroeder and Jana Kleiner come in. Binns. Moritz. Shot clock in single figures for the Spinners. Binns has it back. Binns fires. And that airballs. And Kromer and Alexander Blackmore collide, and Blackmore with the foul and straight away accepts his fate. Alexander Blackmore, who alongside competing here at the World Championships, also studying hard, got a lot of homework to do as Blackmore, including an essay on his experience here in Brazil, as Kromer puts in the 2 under the glass. Alexander Blackmore studying hard. His mum, his family are here watching and are so proud of this exceptional young man. And here he is on the ball. Binns fading away. And doesn't get that friendly roll. Pla collects. And here is Sean Pla. Freshly into the game and misses his first mid-range. He needs no hesitation to shoot that. He will get the ball, shoot on sight. Will Sean Pla, a deadly mid-range shooter from the floor. 9 to shoot here for Binns. Lobbed wide and welcomed by Bond, who puts it up, and that's long, and it's welcomed in by Dominic Langer. Kroner, Pla, everyone getting a touch, but Langer misses the two. Sorry, Kraner misses the two. Kromer on the follow, gets his own rebound and puts it in. His outstretched arm beats out Binns, and he gets it to go. Jakob Kromer, 11 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end, as Moritz too strong with the 3. 4 minutes played here in the fourth. Langer, Pla, stops, off the window, doesn't go. Nearly got his own rebound, but Bond collected instead. Mitchell Bond only shooting 1 of 7 in this game, and a whistle gone away from the ball. Reese Higgins on the floor. Into the game for the first time. Well, there'll be a timeout for Australia. Cooper Spillane looks to be checking in as well for Australia. The Adelaide native who plays for the Perth Wheelcats. Now alongside Jordan Moritz, 5:35 remaining, and Germany all smiles as you see Felix Hansing there. But Peter Rickards barking instructions to his team as if the game was still all tied up. But Germany nearly at the finish line and nearly going for gold. They have won the competition before. They won it in 2013. And they have their eyes on a second gold medal. They'll be the first European team to do so. Downey. Spillane, shot clock winding down. Spillane doesn't get that shot to fall. Evander Conroy also back into the game for the Spinners. Langer. Pla with 7 to shoot. Gives it up to Langer from the foul line. The catch and shoot no good. Downey with the rebound. Here is Downey. Jackson Gray was cutting to the basket. Offensive foul is called. And right now it's becoming more and more obvious. Germany with the ball in firm control. And right now putting Australia to the sword. Here is Pla. He'll launch one in and out. And it's rebounded by Langer. It's tipped by Downey. And now Kane Downey has the ball. Schroeder for company. Great pass from Downey. And the finish is no good from Gray. It just sums up Australia's semi-final right now. Kraner behind the back. Hansing, it's getting fancy, but Hansing misses the 2. If you're going to be fancy, you've got to finish. Gray. Schroeder hounding him. And the ball is loose. It's welcomed by Spillane. 8 to shoot. Downey. Spillane. He'll fire one and nail it. A 3-pointer for Cooper Spillane. Australia's first 3-pointer out of 13 attempts. Not so unlucky numbers there, but they are unlucky on the scoreline. Pla finds a lane. The runner is money. Jackson Gray. Spillane. Here is Downey. 4 to shoot. Downey to Gray. Gray has an open lane, just about gets it off in time and puts it in. Langer. Pla. Finds Langer at the foul line. Money. 40-point lead now for Germany with 2:30 remaining. Downey can't get it to fall. Langer. Langer will fire one. He'll nail a 3. The exclamation point as Germany are marching to the final with under 2 to play. And Australia looking set to fight for bronze. That's an offensive foul. The Germany players, the fans, they know it, they feel it. It is a semi-final win for them. Australia, 33% from the floor, 1 of 13 from downtown. And now the substitutions coming thick and fast for Germany. Jannis Holl into the game for the first time. Lewis Conrad also in as well. Here is Pla. Schroeder. Schroeder gets it to go for his first field goal. Timeout Australia. As the second semi-final between Great Britain and Turkey will be coming up after this game. There's action going on court number 2 in a bit as well, as the United States and Brazil will fight it out in the crossover 5-8 contest. Australia will look set to fight for the bronze. Germany, European finalists in Madrid, losing out to Great Britain, will look to make it good on the world stage tomorrow evening. But will they play Great Britain? Will they play Turkey? That remains the question. But with 1:35 remaining, you can pencil in Germany's name. You might as well put half of it in pen, because they are heading to the final. Here is Spillane. Gray has the ball. Kane Downing has it. He'll launch a 3, and, well, Australia now 1 of 14 from downtown. Here is Pla. Lewis Conrad, back to Pla. Ping-ponging around each other, and Pla buries a 2. Spillane. Seven to shoot. Here is Higgins. Final 40 seconds of this semi-final. It's thrown up by Spillane and right into our official photographer, Shingo Aito. Seems to be okay. Spillane. Duncan into the game for the first time, Mitchell Duncan. As the shot clock winds down, Australia will get another bite of the cherry. Gray throws it up and a whistle has gone. And the Australian fans, they're still protesting and still chanting. Whatever the result, so proud of their players, many of whom are the parents of these incredible athletes. We spoke about Evander Conroy's parents here, his mum, his grandparents, and Alex Blackmore's mother, Lauren, here in attendance. They have done, those boys on the court have done them proud, but they will be fighting for bronze. Germany will be going for gold. Will they face Great Britain? Will they face Turkey? That's coming up next. Conrad misses a three. The ball goes out of bounds. It doesn't matter. The arms are up in the air. The celebrations begin. Germany are in the final. 7-0. It's lucky 7. Can they make it? A gold medal winning 8 here in South America. Time will tell, but Australia, a great showing from them. They will go for bronze tomorrow. Germany coming out 87 to 40 victors in this one. Germany led by 30 points from Julian Lammering. 26 points, 12 rebounds from Jakob Kromer. And 14 from Maximilian Lammering to go with 10 assists. Jaylen Brown, the only Australian to hit double figures. He had 14. Count 9 rebounds as well. But it is Germany that will be in the final tomorrow. Germany will be playing either Great Britain or Turkey. And for Australia, they still have a chance to land on the podium come tomorrow evening. They'll be going for bronze. But Germany going for gold in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I've been